Back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a organize of my very small pantry, which by the way I'm not used to. I'm used to having a large walk-in pantry, but ever since we moved, our new house has a very small and very limited pantry. So I'm trying to figure out new ways to just get it together because it really is a mess, and I'm about to show you the before. Okay, so here is the before of my totally chaotic and crammed in pantry. Before we moved, when we had the large walk-in pantry, I had everything so organized in baskets and bins and just so cute. But now I'm here at square one, having to restart and figure a new organization system out. But the first thing I'm going to do, as always, when I want to clean out a space and organize it, is I just go ahead and totally clear the space out. Clearing the space out gets you ready to restart that space and revamp that space. And you wouldn't be able to do the same exact thing with it if you didn't take everything out to look at what you have. So as I'm pulling these things out, I'm going to check the dates on them. If anything's expired, it's going to get tossed. And that also helps eliminate a lot of space, because sometimes you just don't realize how long you hold something on in your pantry. And then I decided at this point, I thought I was going to do all the shelves, but my countertops were getting full, so I decided to cut it short with just doing the top part of my pantry first, and then I'll do the second section. So I stopped with that shelf on the bottom part. And I'm going to use my Thieves multi-spray or multi-purpose cleaner to wipe the shelves off to get the dust and grime away. And I just did a little close-up here so you could see I am actually wiping stuff away. There are some crumbs and dirt and dust since we moved in. I decided the top shelf was going to be for my back stock, since it's a little bit too high to reach. Like on a daily basis, to want to reach your essentials every day, I decided to make that my back stock. So the containers that I got from the dollar store and Walmart, I decided to fill them up with some items that can be pulled out of their original packaging, and if I have anything left over from that, I'm going to put it in that back stock. And the reason why I'm doing this is because it helps to keep me organized. I don't need it all at once, and it'll help put it immediately where I need to see it. The clear bins help make it just a little bit more fancier, a little bit more cleaner. This is my Shakeology basket from Beachbody with my healthy snacks, and I'm just showing you here how I'm taking original packaging and putting it into just a clear bin. And that's my favorite chocolate chips ever. And I have a fresh seal container to put any of the items that can come out of their original packaging in. I got these wire baskets with the silver and gold handles on from the Dollar General right down the road. My old pantry used to be covered in those and like chicken wire baskets and those brown wicker baskets, but ever since we moved, I had to take all of those out of my pantry as they did not fit in the new one. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my back stock up there. One is going to be my back stock of like liquids and marinades. The second shelf I'm going to put on my boxes, my bulky boxes, things that I don't use every day, things that I only use for certain recipes, etc. And now I'm going to go ahead and get started on the bottom section or portion of my pantry. And one of the shelves were actually like, as you can see, it's kind of uneven, so I'm going to take that and fix it in just a minute, so just ignore that for a second. But what I'm doing right now is I'm putting a few items that I didn't have a lot of into some mason jars to clear up some space, because they really didn't need those big containers, those Seal Fresh containers. It didn't need to be that big, it needed to be small, and just to make it, clean it up a little bit nicer than putting a whole cereal bag in there. Now I'm putting my Lucky Charms in there. So yeah, I'm just getting everything organized. These like first two shelves are like easy grab and go snacks, and the reason why they're on the bottom is so Aubrey can come in here and grab herself a snack if need be. And then I also got these plastic containers that you see here. I got a few from the Dollar General, but they didn't have enough, so I actually got the rest of them because they're all throughout my house for organizing. I got the rest of them at Walmart, so if you want to know where I got that from. But yeah, so I'm going to put the snacks organized onto those clear bins so that way they're not thrown all over the pantry. And then the miscellaneous, Aubrey wanted to be in the frame, but the miscellaneous items. The miscellaneous items I'm going to fill in on the sides of those clear bins that don't really need to be in a whole bin by itself, but you know what I mean, just set those miscellaneous items to the side. But yeah, so I'm going to fix that shelf, and what's in that brown wicker basket is actually Rhett's snacks and meals and all of that. And now that he's not really eating a bunch of baby food like he used to, I really didn't need that big of a basket because his boxes, it seems like the older he gets, his food boxes are getting like bulkier and bigger. So the basket tends to get a little bit full. So I decided that all that stuff that's all crammed in the bottom would actually look 10 times better if they were in the brown wicker basket instead of Rhett's snacks and foods, especially since, like I said, his meals are getting bulkier anyways. So I just decided that I was going to switch that up, and you'll see that towards the end of the video. But first, I'm going to go ahead and get this shelf fixed. It's super easy. They're just held up by what I just showed you. That little piece is what holds our shelves up. And one of them just got moved too many times, like pushed out, and then it fell out into the bottom, and I couldn't find it and all that stuff, so I just got one and did it myself. But anyways, so yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and clear these shelves out to get them ready for a little bit of a revamp. So the same way that I did the rest of the shelves, after I clear these bottom shelves out, I'm going to go ahead and take that multi-purpose thieves spray and spray them down and give them a good wipe down. You can probably see here there's a lot of grime on them, so just get that dust and grime off by just giving them a good wipe down like the rest of the shelves. And I just wanted to say this, you'll see me like kind of configuring and putting things in different places and then taking them off and then moving them to the left and then moving them to the right and then up and down and all that. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do it, because when you decorate or organize, you're not going to find the right spot right away. You're going to have to look for it a little bit and figure out what works best for you and your family. So I'm going to take those meals out and get them stacked up on the shelf for Rhett. So once I figure out how I like for Rhett's meals and snacks to be organized and that like whatever way that I think looks best, I'm going to move on to configuring all of those extra items that you saw. They're not actually items that are like backstock because we don't keep really any more in the house other than the rice. We do keep a smaller container with rice, but those items are just like random items that you use maybe once a year, just something you don't really use a lot. So I just have those on the bottom so we can pull from those whenever we need to, but it's not an everyday bending all the way to the floor to get those items. But once I find the way I like those, it just took a little second. You know, you really have to configure things whenever you're organizing and decorating to see what fits your space and what you like best, and it takes a second to figure it out. But I really like how this turned out. So this is the end of the video. I just wanted to show you a pantry before and then a pantry after. So here's the before shot. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Thank you for all of the love and support that you have shown, and keep on showing to me. Please subscribe if you are new, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me a lot. And also comment below to start a conversation. Thanks guys. Bye.
I've been dreaming all night, bringing me some inspiration. Never meant to love no one, but baby, I saw you for a second and I'm happy